All right, welcome to the webinar. This is Lorette, and this is the Learning Tube, your weekly training brought to you by the little sisters, Alicia and Lorette. Now, I'm going to be joining you tonight. Alicia will not be here. My parents are actually visiting from out of town, and she took them out to dinner because I am getting married on Saturday, and they are here for the wedding. But I am going to go ahead and talk to you about something really cool that I recently was doing. Thank you, William. So what I wanted to talk to you about actually was local marketing. Now, I know there are quite a few of you on this call that do marketing for local businesses. Now, if you can remember, one of our products that a lot of you that are on this call were part of was Deal Site Profits when we work with local businesses. Now, there's a lot of things that goes on. You're all internet marketers, you're all entrepreneurs, and there are a lot of different opportunities on there online. There's, the Kindle, we talk about Kindle, we talk about, e-commerce, Shopify sites. There's all these different opportunities, selling on Amazon. But the one thing that's always going to be consistent are local businesses. Local businesses are always going to need customers, traffic, marketing. The local business marketplace, the local business playing field is never going to go away. Now, local may not seem as sexy as doing some of these online, in your underwear, sit on your computer and don't do anything. Oh no, I'm not showing anything on my screen yet, if you guys are wondering. I'm not showing anything yet. But there's something with the local market that it'll never go away. Like I said, people are always going to want to need help with their marketing for local businesses. And this can be small mom and pop shops. These can be larger businesses as well. But they are always going to need you. We actually are in a mastermind with other people that work in the local marketing industry. They sell info products in there as well as having their own local clients. And it's funny because they were saying local is back because local used to be a big deal in the internet marketing field, but then these other things pop up like Amazon, Shopify, and stuff like that. People try those out. Some of them doesn't work, and now local is coming back stronger than ever because local, once again, will never go away. Now, the problem that a lot of people have with starting something in the local business is a lot of times people are scared to, do that first step of getting people to sign up for their services. And, people, for example, don't want to do cold calling. I hate cold calling, and I will never do cold calling. But I can always hire somebody to do cold calling for me, or I can find out different ways to get businesses other than cold calling, right? So one other thing I want to talk about tonight is lead generation for local businesses. Now, this is something that we've done for a lot. As you guys know, we are in Jamaica, and we do a lot of this for our Jamaican clients for lead generation, but then we're also expanding out and doing some for our U.S. clients as well. Now, the one I want to show you today was specifically some lead generation for a lawn care service. Okay, so what this company, the lawn care service that we're using in this example, currently has a website. They have a Facebook page, and they're also listed in Thumbtack. I believe it's called Thumbtack. It's kind of like an Angie's List, if you're familiar with that. It's a directory of service professionals. People can go there, find somebody if they're looking for lawn care, and they can contact the lawn care person and say, hey, I need XYZ, and it's just a good place to get listed. Now, when we started with this business, I asked them, how many, they specifically wanted more clients when it came to their sprinkler or irrigation services, because they said because that brings in the most money as opposed to, lawn care, because they said lawn care is getting cheaper and cheaper, with the kid down the road being able to cut your lawn for $20. So they'd rather have an irrigation, somebody that needs their sprinklers fixed. So they said with Thumbtack, they get about 1 lead a week. Okay, so 1 lead a week. So I just basically needed to beat 1 lead a week in order for them to be impressed. So what I did is that I asked them, what type of deal can you offer? Now this kind of goes back to our Deal Site Profit days when we were working with local businesses and creating deals for buyers, right? Now what I did before is that I did a little bit of my research on lawn care services to see what kind of offers that other lawn care services were offering. You know, a lot of them had lawn mowing packages, but then there were some for irrigation as well. So what I did is I put together some of my suggestions. I knew they didn't want to do lawn care, so I put together some of my suggestions, and one that we came up with was a 7-point irrigation sprinkler check. Now, he said he already does this, and it costs $125 is his retail price when he does that for somebody. So we worked out that we are going to do a special for $99 for a sprinkler irrigation check. Now, I personally didn't know, I wasn't that excited. I was like, I don't think we're going to get that many leads because it's a sprinkler, like how many people need this? But I was pleasantly surprised, especially because this particular lawn service is in a very small little town, right? I was great. I was like a small town with a service that people probably don't need. And, but the results is that we didn't get that many results, but we didn't have that many results, but they were very high quality results. So what we did was ran a Facebook ad, a lead generation ad, to get some leads in there. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of show you what I did. So the first step, now I'm going to show my screen. Okay. Now the first thing I did is that I consulted with them and I asked them what did they, like I said, what could they offer? And I did a little bit of research. I went on to Groupon to see what other lawn care services were offering, and we worked out a deal. Okay, so when we worked out this deal, the first thing that we did is that she put it up on her website, so if anybody was looking it up, they could see that it was retail price $125, right? Now, we were going to do the deal for $99. So all I needed to do was create a Facebook lead generation campaign. Now, has anybody on this call done a Facebook lead generation campaign? Not just a Facebook ad, but one that was actually for lead generation, like you fill out the lead form. Has anybody done that? No? Okay, William has, of course. All right, good. So the first thing I needed to do was create the actual ad. Now, you guys have heard us talk about this tool many, many times, Canva.com. I love Canva, great tool, so easy to use. You don't need to be a graphic designer or anything like that. So you can see my screen right now. You can see that Canva is up. Now, when you use Canva, right here, so I logged into Canva with my account, and once again, this is free. You can use Canva for free. You can go here and you scroll down and there's all these different templates that you can use, right? So we're going down to where it says, let's see, ads. So down here, it's actually the last one. It says ads, right? And you click on Facebook ad, okay? So down here at the bottom and you click on Facebook ad. Now, when you click on Facebook ad, the great thing is that it's the perfect dimensions for when you're creating this ad, okay? So it gives you the exact size that is needed. All right, so it's pulling up. And from here, you can choose any of the different backgrounds that they provide. They give you some templates that you can piggyback on or just make some. All right, let's see. It's really slow delay. Okay, still not showing it yet. But when it does pop up, you'll see that you'll have the opportunity to create either use some layouts that they've already created. There are free layouts and there are paid ones. I, of course, recommend using the free ones to get started with. As you charge more or get better of it, you can use the paid ones, but I personally never even used a paid one. It's not necessary. So here you can see over on the left-hand side of here are the different templates that you can use. Or for this case, you can just start with this blank page and upload an image that would be relevant. So what I did is now on the left-hand side, you can see where it says uploads, right? Over here on the left, it says uploads. Now I'm going to click on uploads. And what I did is I uploaded some photos that were relevant for sprinklers. So there's the image that, I know it's not showing yet, but there's the image. And you can, once again, some places where you can get images that are free is Pixabay. We've talked about that, P-I-X-A-B-A-Y, Pixabay, which is a great one. Let's see. Let's see that. All right, so Pixabay is a great one that you can find free images. Unsplash is another one, U-N-Splash, Unsplash. So those are my two recommendations, Pixabay, P-I-X-A-B-A-Y, and Unsplash to get some free images. Now this is the image that I used when it came to for the sprinkler. Okay, so now you can upload your image, and then on the left-hand side, you have the option to enter in some text. So you'll see on the left, there's an option for text. Now, these are all different fonts and different things that you can use right here, or you could just create your own. So, for example, I can just click on where it says Add Heading, Add Subheading, add a little bit of body text, or you can choose any one of these down here on the bottom to make it look like that. So now if I just do add a heading, I can say, you know, summer sprinkler check. Okay, and I can change the font, I can change the color, you know, I can do all types of fancy stuff. Let's see, I'm going to do that. I'm going to change the size a little bit. Okay, and then I put underneath it, I said, get your 7-point sprinkler check or something like that. But just showing you how you can easily edit these. Okay, so I'm not going to continue with this one. Just wanted to show you how easy is that. Is it easy, everybody? You guys think you can do that? Really simple ad, right? Now, this is the one specifically for lawn service. Now, if you're doing something for something else, you would do something exactly similar to this, right? Keep it very simple, a picture, a big picture, and a little bit of text, right? And that is all you need, okay? So this is how I designed the Facebook ad. Now, let's see. Now I'm going to, so then I save that, and that's going to be my image. Okay, so I put my text, I put my information on there. And now the next step that I would do is that I am going to actually create an ad, right? So I would create an ad. Give me a minute. I'm going to pull up Facebook. It is loading. 1 second. Now, this is, I just did this one time. It's not that I'm still tweaking it, but I just wanted to show you, you know, what we did for one, you know, the first time ad as my Facebook. It's been raining like crazy here. There's floods and it's been really a lot of rain. It's raining right now, so I think the internet is not that great. So let's see. Right now I'm inside Facebook and I'm pulling up Ads Manager. Okay? And I'm going to, 1 second. Now I'm in my account, but I'm just trying to find that ad real quick so I can show it to you. So give me 1 moment. Okay, so you should see my screen in a minute. Now, what we did is we only, like I said, this is a really small town. It's actually in Titusville, Florida, if anybody's ever even heard of Titusville, Florida. But we were only, you know, the reach was very small. We were only able to get 6 leads, which is not that amazing at all, but it ran for, I believe, less than 24 hours. It cost us $13.56 per lead, which is not very good. It's actually pretty high. It was at $1.6 per lead, but then we were also running it on Mother's Day, which a lot of people are not online, which is not the best time. But what I want to show you is the quality of these leads. So we put up the ad, and the ad specifically said it was a $99 sprinkler check special, right? So the reason why we put the price on there, we put the special, is that qualified people. So if they didn't want to spend $99 for a sprinkler check, then they weren't going to fill it out. So we only had qualified people. We weren't having tire kickers or people asking, you know, more information. They know that it costs $99, right? So I think that's very important to make sure that you get high quality leads, is so they know up front what they're getting. Okay, so it is loading now, and actually let me see, I think I saved the file real quick. That's probably easier to pull up. So let's see, let me pull up the file. All right. So William gave a suggestion. He said for tweaking the subject line, or you can go to subjectline.com. I'm guessing that's a tool to help you create subject lines. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, so here is the lead sheet. It should come up in a second. And I actually won't show that part because I don't want to show people's contact details. So let me push that over. Okay. So now you should be able to see it. And I will definitely edit that part out because I don't want to show people's contact details. But what it has right here is that you can see one of the questions that we ask when you do these lead forms, you ask them a series of questions, and that helps qualify them as well. So these, once again, are very qualified targets, right? Very qualified leads. Now, the question we ask them is, tell me what trouble you're having with your sprinkler system. And here, these are great. They're saying it's not sure if it's working properly or the pressure is the problem. This one says no pressure. This one's low pressure, misdirection. Low pressure, doesn't have work. This one actually needs 2 replacements. You couldn't ask for better leads than this. These are all people that have issues with their sprinkler. They know that the offer is $99, and they're filling out this information for us to proactively contact them, right? So these are hot leads waiting for a phone call. So do you guys see this? How awesome is this, right? These are great leads that are just waiting to get called and to sign up for the service, right? Do you guys see that? All right, so when I sent these over to the client, they were so excited. So I actually sent them to them yesterday, and I need to follow up with them today on how many actually converted. But just by looking at these, I would think that the conversion rate on these were extremely high. Now, the question that William's asking me is, was this a survey? Yes, it was actually a part of the lead form in Facebook. So now I'm going to kind of walk you through how I created this lead form in Facebook. Okay? So now, and one of the things that's easy about doing these ads is that when you're doing the targeting, you target the location, you know, the city that they're in and the surrounding city. So that's so easy. And then for something like this, you would target homeowners, right? Or family households. Simple as that, right? The location and homeowners. And that helps you with the targeting within Facebook. So right now I'm in Facebook and I'm just waiting for it to load. Okay. Now, when you're in Facebook, you're going to create your ad. So up in the top, if you are, this is Ads Manager, so this may look a little different than what you're used to, but this is basically the same steps that you would go through when creating a Facebook ad. Okay, so if you've never done one before, you just go to the Facebook platform and you are, creating an ad. So now the ad that you're going to choose, see there's different options down here on your objective. Brand awareness, reach, traffic. Traffic is usually the number one that people do when they want to send traffic to their website. That's what they would use. But for this one, we're going to use this one down here at the bottom that says lead generation, right? So lead generation is the one that we're going to use. Okay. And then you're going to, I'm just going to call that, give it a name. Continue. You also have that option there to do some split testing as well if you want to. Okay, so now I'm just going to call this testing. Okay, so you would create your, once this goes through, the next page is to create your ad set name. Oh, and by the way, so you saw that the leads were 13, that lead, this particular test was $13 a lead, which is definitely high. Like I said, it was at one point about $6 a lead, which is good. I would be happy with that because I'm selling it to the local business for $20 a lead. So even at $13, I'm still making a profit. Okay, so now, let's see. What I did is that I created a page. So I created a page that was a generic page. So this one, where they're located in Titusville, Florida, it's called the Space Coast. Like that's what it's known for. And it's a series of different cities along the coast of Florida. And so it's called the Space Coast. So we created a page called Space Coast Daily Deals that we could run deals off of, right? We did this a long time ago when we were doing the deal site profit stuff. But I created a page that was Space Coast Daily Deals, and this is where I would run the promo off of. You can run it off of a generic page like this. So let's say you're doing, I don't know, family photos, and you have just a generic page about family fun. You could run it off of there as well. Or you can get access to their Facebook page and run the ad off of their page. So either one. Usually people, businesses are more comfortable, with you just running it off of a separate page and not in their account. But it all depends. It all depends. We've done both. Okay. So what I did is here, the first one is you create the ad set name and then you attach it. It has to run off of a Facebook page, right? So I'm running it off of my generic page, Space Coast Daily Deals. That's my generic page for any deals along the Space Coast. Okay, now here you can do the United States and then you include the location. So for this one, the city was Titusville, Florida. So I typed in Titusville, Florida, and then it gives a 25-mile radius around Titusville, which is good enough for me. Or I can continue to put in additional cities, like cities that I know are that are around the area. So Cocoa Beach, for example, I know is a city that they do work in. So, but then that expands my area as well. So right now I'm just going to keep it with Titusville and 25 miles in that area. That's also something that you'd want to ask the business owner as far as, what areas that they service. Okay, so now the next thing is that you choose your age range. Of course, who's this target for? So, I'm going to pick like 25, and then I'm going to put the gender as both, because so you saw the leads, we actually had a mixture of men and women that filled out the form. So I don't want to limit it to just men or just women. Okay, so now I have that information there, and then I can do detailed targeting. So I can do, for example, homeowners, and I can do, let's see, browse. I can do demographics. I can do their education level. I could do if it's a family-based household. let's see, you can do, you can base it on all these different types of things to really narrow it down. And once again, it depends on the, ad that you're running. This is for lawn care. If we're doing something for, I don't know, bridal, then we can do life events, somebody that's engaged, and you can do maybe a photographer that does engagement photos, right? So that would be a great way to target people. Okay, so right now I'm doing the area, then I'm doing, the age, I'm including all of them, family-based household, and then here down at placements, you have the option to do automatic placements or edit placements. Now I did edit placements. I know I think it's still catching up, because I did not want to include Instagram, because I don't have an Instagram account that this would work well with. So I made sure to remove Instagram. So it's just running on Facebook only. Okay. Now the next area down at the bottom is budget and scheduling. Now this is up to you on how much you want to spend. Now when I did this ad, what I did is I did a daily budget of $50. But you have the opportunity to change that to, maybe you want to do a lifetime budget, and you can do, let's say, lifetime budget of what, $200 or something like that. Now the great thing about this is that you can always change, pause, and so forth. So I'm going to change this back to the daily budget, and I'm going to change that back to $50. Now one reason I'm doing that is if you look over on the right hand side, it says estimated daily results. Now I always want to have a reach. This is just something that I've done, is that I want to have my reach to make sure it's, it says 2,800 to 11,000. I want to make sure that this number here is over 10,000. So I want to make sure I reach, up to at least 10,000. So, and this one goes up to 11,000. So that's good for me. It says I'll get between 8 to 26 leads. Okay, that's all right for this particular, small town lawn care. That's pretty good. Remember, he said he used to get 1 a week, right? So now we have all that. I can choose the start date and the end date. So, run it for a few days. So I'm just going to run it for, here I put for 4 days. Oh, this is 3 days, okay? Operation, so it's for leads. You can leave all of this stuff right now, just, as default. And then I go ahead and click on continue. Now from here, I would upload my image, right? So it automatically puts an image here, but I would upload an image. Okay, so I'm going to upload that image that I made in Canva and add it to my ad. And let's see. Let me get that image. See, I don't see where I put it. 1 second. This is it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, so it is uploading. Now, from here, what you need to do is that you would now you upload the image, and then you put together your text, right? So your text, what I would definitely put in here is to make sure that you are putting your call to action and people know what they're signing up for. Once again, you don't want people just clicking and wasting your money. Now, remember, I'm showing you this for lead generation, for lawn care services, for local businesses, but this is definitely something that you can do for your own business or for your own whatever you want to do, right? This is just an example that I'm showing you that I did for the lawn care business. But if you have your own business, you're not working with local clients, this is definitely something that you can do yourself for your own lead generation, right? So here is where you can put in a headline, and you can see down here on the right, oh, it's still loading, but you'll see once this comes up on where everything goes. Okay, so here you have the headline, and what I put is get it working again, because their sprinklers are not working. Okay, so get it working again is what I put for the headline, and then here down with the text you can enter in more information. So I summer sprinkler check, only $99. So they know the cost. Oops. Okay, only $99. And then I went ahead and explained all the stuff that they get with this sprinkler check. It's like check this, 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 this. And then so I'm not going to write all that stuff in. But then at the end, I put retail price, $125, so they know how much it actually costs, right? So retail price, $125. Okay, now that's coming up. And then the call to action is sign up. And then let's see. Okay, the newsfeed link description, and you can once again put $99 summer special. Okay. Okay, $99 summer special. You can go ahead and click all this, click those arrows. Your call to action can be sign up or learn more. I think learn more is a good one. A lot of times people don't like to sign up because they think they're paying for something right away. But you can go ahead and put learn more. Okay. And then you go ahead and you can do pixel tracking. That's a little bit more advanced, so we can talk about that in another webinar. But definitely the pixel tracking is something that you should do as well. And now down here is where you have the lead form. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how you actually create this form. Because I know, William, you were asking, is this a survey? So you can go right here down at the bottom where it says lead form and it says new form. Okay? So this is where you create your form. Now here is where you can write the headline. So, you know, summer sprinkler check. Okay? And then here it says use the image from your ad, or you can use another image. Now here's where you can write a paragraph. So here's where you can explain the deal here. Okay, so explain the deal here. And then here's where you can ask questions. Okay, so here's where you do the quote-unquote survey, right? So here you have the user information. It automatically requires them to do the email and their full name. And then here you click on this little box where it says show more options. And here you can ask for more info. So for example, this one, we specifically needed to know what city they were in. So we clicked on city, right? And then here if you want maybe their birthday, I wouldn't get too personal because people probably don't want to ask and answer things like, their relationship status and so forth. But once again, that depends on what your offer is. Okay, so now you can also add custom questions. So here is where I asked what was wrong with your sprinkler. So that's where you ask your custom question, right? And you have 3 questions, I believe, that you can do. You can do multiple choice questions, and you can also do open-ended questions, right? So here's that option down here, which is so awesome. You can ask them as much as you want in order to get the responses that you need. How awesome is that, right? So you write in those custom questions right there. The privacy policy, you do have to link to some type of privacy policy. Now, if somebody has a website, they more than likely have a privacy policy on their website. So what you need to do is put that link URL right here, and that will link to their privacy policy. So that is a requirement. Okay, now the next thing, the last part, is the thank you screen. So all you have to do right here is put, if it's a website link, you have to have some type of thank you screen. So after they fill out this form, it actually takes them to their website so that they can see the company that they're dealing with. Okay, so once again, you do that. Okay, and then you go ahead and click on View Website, and you can see it. Okay, so that is how you actually do that lead form. Now, let me see if I can show you what it actually looks like. I'm going to try to go, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel this one out. So let me see if I can show you the one that I already did so that you can see what it looks like. So give me a moment. Let's see. So 1 second. Just pulling up the ad. Can't seem to get it. Second. All right, well, this is what it looks like. Okay, so let's see if you can see that on my screen. It's not showing yet, but let's see what it looks like here. All right, it's still pulling up, but once you see it, you're going to see what the actual ad looks like, which looks, nice and simple. So that is the overall way that you can create a lead generation ad within Facebook. Now remember, this is what I was showing you simply for the purpose of this lawn care company in this small town called Titusville, Florida. But you can also do this for your own business, whatever business that you have. You can do this with any type of local business as well, but it's a quick, did you guys see how quick and easy that really was to do? It's quick and easy, but business owners don't know how to do this, and you can charge good money for it because these are hot leads that know what they're going into, right? So it's quick and easy and a great way that you can work with a local business to sell them leads. Now, these, like I said, these leads that I was selling them for this lawn care business for $20 a lead, and they were more than willing to give it, especially when I showed them the types of responses, because they specifically wanted to work with people that needed their lawn care sprinkler systems fixed, which is a better profit dollar margin for them than mowing lawns, for example. All right, so what question, okay, I think you can see it now on my screen, okay? So here I said what this deal was. We talked about what the deal entailed, and then we did the price, and then they click on learn more, and that pops up the form. They fill out the form, and that's it, right? Quick and easy. So what questions do you guys have for me? Do you think this was beneficial for you? Do you have any local businesses that you could use this for? Or maybe your own business that you could use it for as well, okay? All right, so any questions for me? Was this helpful, beneficial? You think you can use this in your business or any of your clients that you work with as well? All right, we're getting yeses, yes. We have Michelle that says not sure yet, which is fine. But all right, so great. So this is definitely something that you could use in your business or sell leads and do it for other people, right? All right, so any questions you guys have? No? No questions? All right. Well, thank you, everybody. And once again, this is recorded, so I will definitely send out the recording. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. If not, thank you for joining us tonight. And I will chat with you next week, everybody. All right. Take care.